say. The seas are streaming and reviewing mods and video games. It says the land in 7 seasons, centuries have passed. Until the day a hero named Mariner claimed his task. Deep dark gaming, we love to play video games. We'll keep playing until the early morning. Deep dark gaming, we explain mods and games. Deep dark gaming, we sell my games and more. As Mariner set off on his quest, he knew he needed a crew. The navigator joined the ranks and so did Mr. Q. Sailing for adventure, stories and for treasure. We will help you through, so climb aboard and join the crew. Deep dark gaming, we love to play video games. We'll keep playing until the early morning. Deep dark gaming, we explain mods and games. Deep dark gaming, we sell the games and more.
Ahoy divers, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and we are having a blank screen right now. I wonder why that is. Give me 1 second. Figure out what's going on here. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Sorry about that. OBS was being a pill. Alright. We are continuing our experiment in Starfield. Or we are actually playing Starfield for science. We are conducting an experiment to see, or we're doing a Homesteader leveling guide, as it were, actually. So, when we left off, 1 second, what's going on? It was not responding to my controller there for a second. Oh, and Ahoy Mojo, sorry about that. So, we have our Jake in Space character, and we have all these survey missions in Alpha Tierna. So we're gonna go ahead and head to Alpha Tierna if we're not already there. Oh, we are there, okay. Yeah, we were gonna do some scanning and surveying, trying to find those particular planetary traits while we work on getting our levels up, because we can get our weightlifting and our scanning challenges done by doing this. I also want to mention that good planets to start an outpost, because that is our end goal for this episode, is to actually get an outpost started. But the primary resources we're looking for are helium, iron, and aluminum. Tierna 1 has one, or has a couple of those. Tierna 2A does. But the problem I've found is that Alpha Tierna does not have a planet or moon that has all three on the same planet. And it's actually very hard to get all three of those on the same planet. So we're gonna take off. Whoops. We're gonna take off, and we're gonna head to Tierna 2 or Tierna 1. And start our surveying. Did that planetary survey. We'll come back to, actually we should probably be more efficient and do Tierna 2. So let's just find a likely, whoops, that's the wrong button. It's been a little over a week since I played Starborn. I'm actually a little bit out of practice here. Gonna pick one of our biomes. Mountain seems like a good place to start. And something that we forgot to cover in rehearsal that dawned on me a couple days ago is we didn't talk about doing research, because there is research associated with outpost building, outpost development, that can actually give us more stuff. So manufacturing 1 gives us more manufacturing stuff we can build, decoration, more decoration stuff, robots, that sort of thing. We can, once we get outpost engineering rank 1, we'll be able to do some of these. We'll need botany to do some of the others, and zoology to do the 3rd. And yeah, so unfortunately we don't have what we need to be able to do these 2 things, but we will address that when we get to our outpost. So without further ado, let's get to surveying. I hope everyone's had a good Wednesday. I've had a very busy Wednesday. Very tiring Wednesday. Let's see. The other 2 exercise or weightlifting. We need a mass of above 75% carried. And that's what we have. So, whoops. It seems to be a running theme these days. I keep throwing grenades when I don't mean to. So we're going to head for that particular planetary trait. Yeah, I think that's the closest one. And we're going to run, so so that we get our exercise. Boing. And then when we did this in rehearsal, I was able to get 3 levels just from doing this sort of thing. We're so low and so low leveled, and so little experience is required for each level that it's not hard to get 3 more levels in this. Bit of a roller coaster, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel that, Mojo. We got some aliens heading our way. Hopefully we can skirt past them. Yep. Okay, let's hit the running. Whoa, we'll bypass that guy. This is the very limit of our range that I'm going to submit you guys to. Anything further out than 250 meters, we're just going to skip. So if we land in a biome and the nearest planetary trait is more than 750 meters, we're going to get right back in the ship and try another space. Ooh, look at this. Ah, see? Did barely anything, and we've already got a skill point. We're going to sink that immediately into Outpost engineering. We'll address the challenges building 5 different outpost modules when we get to our outpost. But in the meantime, we are still looking for the crystalline crust geology, and we got 1 more planetary trait on this particular planet, and we have no... Oh, we should grab this. Make sure to grab your whatever you call these things, because that gives you experience as well. See? And then let's head back to our sheep and try another spot. fast travel to the cockpit, hit the button for the planetary map, and then just pick another biome to go to, or even the same biome but just in a different spot, and fast travel. What do we got here? That's 10,000 meters, 1,000 meters, that's 1,700 meters. We're gonna skip that. Yeah, see what I mean? Too far. I'm not gonna subject you guys, subject is the word I'm looking for, you guys to longer spaces. So, each of these areas that you go to has a fast travel point that you can unlock. You want to make sure you hit that for the experience, because every little bit helps. I got a ton of levels in my exploration build just from making sure I surveyed, or just from surveying, and part of that was, there's a good one. Part of that was making sure to get the fast travel points when you reach the locations you're going to, just in case you have to go back for whatever reason. Okay. Run! Actually, one thing I want to check. Do I actually have weightlifting? Yes, I do. Okay. Tally ho! You know, Mojo asks, are you grabbing the resource too when you scan it? And planetary traits don't have resources, but I should really be scanning like the plants and aminals and whatnot, so I could say complete a survey, but I'm trying right at this very moment to get the weightlifting challenge complete. 1,250 out of 2,500. That's a good one. Once we get that maxed out, then we'll start paying more attention to actually surveying. And yes, we can collect resources on things that we scan. It might save us time in the long run. Who knows? Alright, back to running. Whoops, wrong button. Gun away. We can run a little bit faster if we put the gun away. So even though we get the planetary trait figured out, we've still got the blank fast travel point, or whatever you want to call it, actually entering the region, the location. You get points for every location discovered. You don't get really anything if you just do this, get the planetary trait unlocked. And then we're going to leave this planet, go on to the next, because we don't have the planetary trait we need yet. For that, I recommend going to the landing area and not jumping straight into the cockpit, because you never know what you run into when you take off from a planet, and you don't get an autosave if you fast travel directly to the cockpit and then take off. You'll get an autosave when you reach orbit. No, actually, I retract that statement. You don't get a... There are 3 conditions where you get an autosave. One is immediately after fast travel, but not into the cockpit. There was the second one, getting into the ship, and then the third one is when you arrive in a new planet. I'll demonstrate that now, and hopefully I'm not a liar. See, no autosave. So now we'll go to back to Alpha Tierna 1, because there are 3 planetary traits here, in fact. Let's go ahead and grab a random. Somehow I have not. Oh, there's a 4th condition when leaving the ship. I've not gotten tired of watching the landing sequence of my ships yet. Let's see what we got. Okay, that's a little too far. Ooh, helium 3. We should scan that. Ship there. Oh no, we've just gained some frostbite. Oh no. Okay, no place is nice enough yet for. Hopefully, when we fast travel to the next location, we'll actually get a kinder environment, because this place is a little harsh. We don't have to go far either. We can just blop right next door. Do we know? Mojo asks, do we know if there are food, drink, chems that boost scanning or research? Or is that even a thing? It is a thing for the research. It's called... Actually, I think I might have one on my person if I can find the right button. There's a thing called Synapse Alpha. This reduces... Research projects require fewer resources for 10 minutes. I've yet to find any boosts or drinks that enhance boost scanning. I'm not entirely sure if that's a thing or not. I feel like it probably wouldn't be. And then because I had a rehearsal run, I know that I need to pick up some minerals that I see. And there's a good spot to run to, so we'll put that away and off we go. Chugga 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 woo woo. Chugga 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 woo woo. I think the boost scanning gets boosted from the surveyor skill, and that's the only way to get the boost without having an outpost and putting down a scan booster. There's food and drink to increase your carry weight temporarily. I'm not going to mess with that though, because I'm trying to get my weightlifting. Ooh, 1875. We're getting there. Now, we're looking for more rises like this, or some of these, I think, rock formations can be scanned. Whoa! Watch out for the gas pockets. Okay, so that's our deep ocean. We can check rock piles. Sometimes there's stuff in there we can get. Uh-oh, now we're encumbered. That's not good. We're gonna have to drop some stuff here. Let's drop the lead. We don't need that much lead. It's heavy. Ooh. See how slowly that fell? We are in a very low gravity environment here. Yeah, I think that's it for this region. Let's find another one. And for those curious, I am running the latest update for Starfield. I forget the number, but I haven't run into any bugs yet, but I've only been playing for 20 minutes, so not going to be a lot of opportunity to find bugs or problems with the updates while we're out exploring. There's a good one, 490. I guess now's also a good time to talk about these icons. So, there are a limited number of icons, but many different planetary traits. So you will see this symbol used for multiple planetary traits. The extra obnoxious part, is you could be on the same planet and see the same symbol, but so you can have the same symbol but have it be different planetary traits, or the reverse. You could have different symboled planetary traits on your horizon, and it turns out to be the same planetary trait. That's very obnoxious. And then to answer Mojo's question about whether or not I'm in beta, no. They actually released it this week for all players, so no beta for me. But I did that deliberately because I'm looking at some mods for Starfield. Woo! Geological feature. Meteorite crater. Okay, and see, there you go. Why do I keep pushing that button? I will get the right buttons pushed eventually. That wasn't it. There we go. Sorry, I have to think this through sometimes. Let's see, we're almost to 2,500 there. I think we'll wait until we get it before we do a level. So we'll back out. We'll scan the horizon for another planetary trait. Not seeing one, we'll get back to the ship and find another area. Wait a minute, kitty. Oh no, it's raining again. I haven't recovered from my frostbite previously, so we're gonna try again. Ugh. How did I land in the same, seemingly the same space? Now, another thing I have discovered is sleeping will not fix this for us. You actually have to fast travel to get the weather to change. I'm hoping that's something they fix in the future, but let me demonstrate for you. Looking outside, not that we can really see, but yeah. Hopefully there's enough resolution on your stream to see, yep, there's lightning. So sleeping does not do it. You must fast travel. And we'll demonstrate what I was just saying. There's Mariner Kitty's food, so hopefully she's quiet for a while. Oh, there's this spot. Hazard. Okay, so we're gonna run just long enough to get far enough away from the ship that we can fast travel. Mojo says, I thought sleeping worked for that one time. I don't. We'll find out, I guess, at some point. See, now we've got nice weather to play with. And we'll head for our hazardous icon. I don't feel like it did though, Mojo. I feel like I tried several times. Maybe there's a limit. Like, we can check when we get back. Maybe it's the universal time. If that isn't long enough, the weather doesn't change, and certain planets give us different sleep periods in the universal time frame. So maybe just there's a maximum or the minimum amount of time one needs to sleep in universal in order to get it to work. We can experiment with that. That's what this stream is for. Starfield for science. Also notice that because I took the introverted skill and the terra firma skill, I can run for days without losing that very much oxygen. And apparently the food did not shut the cat up. Oh well. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, we got the weightlifting done too. Alright, so let's scan this. Okay, there we go. Chart ecosystem. Alright, let's get our weightlifting certification. It's 5,000 meters before we can get the next one. Woof. We can do it though. I think we did it in rehearsal. Fast travel back to our landing area. Alright, so let's go ahead and take off. I've hydrated just for the record. Alright, so we've done 1, 2, 2A. Should go to 3 now. Actually, I think we unlocked 3. Just before I selected it, I saw that we had 1 trait found, and that was it. Yeah, 1 traits found, so we can travel to the moon. Let's see, come on. Set course for the moon. Tirna 3A. Ooh, I think our frostbite just cured itself. Or not frostbite, but whatever it was called. Scan. Okay, no planetary traits here. So let's try this one. Set course. No planetary traits here. So one thing to note is this button, this one gives us helium and aluminum and beryllium. This can't talk. This moon gives us helium and iron. So if we had the ability to build outposts on barren planets, or moons rather, we could maybe almost start in this star system because of these 2 planet moons. But we're not there yet. We don't have the skills we need, so we'll head for this one and see if there are any planetary traits. And if you remember, we actually have scanner level 2, I think, so it can maybe unlock traits for us automatically. Not in this case, though. This one's another moon with helium, aluminum, and beryllium. Alpha Tirna is a potential for the outpost at some point in the future. planetary. We only need one planetary trait. And there we go. Alright, we're gonna run. Make sure there isn't anyone closer. Okay. Charge! Then while I'm running, Mojo has prepared us some questions for me to answer so that we don't get bored just running across the terrain. Mojo, if I could ask you to drop those in the YouTube chat so people watching on YouTube playback can read them as well. Geological feature. We are looking for geology. Will this be the crystalline crust? Nope. It can be another meteor crater. Alright, well, this plan is done. Let's move on to the next. We'll go ahead and run back to the ship while Mojo puts its question up, hopefully. After kind of throwing her a curveball. What skills would be good to level up first to streamline a homesteader build? Well, Outpost engineering, if you can manage it, it does require getting access to the tier 3 skills. But if you were to also look at doing the research skill, so if you go up to here, go over to here, go to science, you've got the research methods. Resources required to craft items and complete research progress reduced by 10%. I could have gone that way, but I decided to go with geology instead. And surveying, because it increases our scanner range when we're on planets, and eventually we'll need the flora and fauna. So research, if you don't care about getting the outpost skills first or soonest, then the top tier, or I should say the lowest tier of science skills are good to focus on. In the long run, you'll benefit from having those. But I'm trying to get us efficiently to outpost building, so. Part of outpost building is exploration to find the planets worthy of being built up. That's why I focused on the scanning level 2 tier. Let's see, that was... Okay, so we can go on to... We'll go on... No, we'll keep going in numerical order. We'll go to 4 next. Answer that next question here in a second.
Party? We got booze, we got music.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Alright, no worries. Have a good...
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, scan. We've got 3 planetary traits. So I'll hit the sandy desert first. Mojo asks, are the beginning systems / planets good areas to level up outpost building skills? I will actually answer the second one of that first. Are there recommended systems for fast leveling? And not that I'm aware of. It's mainly about getting the outpost started. Once you've got the outpost started, there are things that you can build to make leveling go a lot faster. Because you do get experience for manufacturing, and there are bits and bobs that you can manufacture at an outpost, provided you have enough material to really get you to do some really fast leveling. But you need to have certain things unlocked first Otherwise, you're going to be building thousands and thousands and thousands of the one thing that costs 15 experience. And then as far as beginning systems / planets, there are good areas to level up post building skills. I want to say Gagarin in Alpha Centauri system. I think there's a planet in the, what is it, the Cheyenne star system? I can't remember the name of the planet, but we will actually get into a good planet to land on that will help in the getting started manufacturing that will be needed for future building projects. I don't think this is going to be my crystalline crust. This doesn't look like crystalline crust. Nope. After a while, you'll learn what planetary traits look like what. So let's go ahead and fast travel back to the ship, actually. Caught me a little unprepared for that one with that one, Mojo. I was expecting another softball, but that's okay. It's definitely a good question. Nope. Wow, this place was a bust. Back inside! Heh. Mojo says, just keeping me on my toes. Well, I appreciate it. Let's try another spot here. Let's try jumping biomes. Let's try mountains. Hey, there's one. There's another. And the third. But if you look at that one, it's very unlikely to be the crust that we're looking for because it's all spiky. What's the other one? That one I can't tell. I'm too far away and it's below the horizon. And that one's got the same problem. It's all spiky. So, oops. Let's run over here to this one. And I'm gonna hydrate again. I had some testing done today, and when I was done, they said, be sure to drink lots of water for the next couple of days. So I'm trying to extra hydrate. This one has potential to be the one we're looking for, but can't tell quite yet. Oops. Whoa. I don't think this is going to be it, because I don't think the crystalline crust causes the earth to shake. Also, I wonder why I'm not being stopped cold by the vibration. I wonder if it's a weightlifting thing or if they just removed that with the update. Usually when the earth starts shaking, I'm stuck. I have to come to an immediate halt. But it might be they took that away. I'm grateful if they did. Geophysical feature. Okay, so this is geophysical, not geological. Gotta find it. Whoops. That's right. It's these crevices. There we go. Colossal shards. Hey, look at that. And I consider this, darn it, there we go. So this, I think, is going to be an extra skill point. I think we level up perhaps one more time before we're done, but I'm going to throw it on boost because I've been seriously trying to hit the boost button without the boost. So now I've got boost. Whee! I can fly! I can fly! Alright, so let's go ahead, while I answer another question from Mojo, run over to this particular planetary trait, get it out of the way, and then we can move on to our next planet. Scan. There we go. We can run and survey at the same time, I've discovered. Oops. What kind of plants are available at the beginning for outpost building? Any place that has an atmosphere. Temperature wise, like you don't want to be too cold or too hot, obviously. But having a standard atmosphere is really important. I don't think it level 2 of outposts. So there's this skill here called planetary habitation, and you can add levels to this to open up more dangerous environments to be able to colonize. But starting out with, and the other part that's kind of terrible is that that's a master tier skill, so it would be nice if outpost engineering was actually lower, and then that I can understand being higher tiered, but I think the amount of work you have to do just to unlock outpost engineering is a little backwards in my opinion. We're gonna try one more. There's probably gonna be mods to fix that, but it's gonna be a little bit. But yeah, so you could like go ham and go all science in your homesteader if you want, because for outpost building and exploration builds, it all pays off. No, I'm in a freezing thunderstorm, but there's no place very. Oh, that's really close. Or not really close, but it's close enough I can make a run for it. Let's get far enough away though that I can fast travel back to the landing area and cure this weather. Oh, hang on. I'm forgetting something. We could do a test. We could see if there's an upper limit on how long we can sleep to get the weather to change. So, board. Right now it's rainy and cold. So 1 hour here is 1 hour local universal time. That's handy. So if we do, let's say a full day. See if a full day is long enough, or a full 24 hours in universal time is enough to do the job. And why? I just realized the right edge of my screen is showing color. I don't know if that's the game or if that's my background because I'm on borderless window mode on Starfield. I don't think it's the game, otherwise you guys would probably be seeing it. I don't see it on the live playback on my other computer. Fortunately, it's not. I only see it. Oh, you do see an edge? Uh-oh. Well, there's bug number 1 to report to Bethesda on their new build. Alright, did we change the weather? We might have, actually. Hey, did I say right? I meant to say left. Okay, so apparently a 24-hour sleep will clear up the weather for us. We'll keep that in mind. So, experiment successful, I guess. We got a result and a positive one. Ooh, a crate. Let's stop and check the crate out really quick. Sterile nanotubes and molecular seed. And comm relay. And a floating box. Or it's not floating, it's just attached to this equipment right here. Ooh, 0 wire. Looks like we get a little bit more booty over here. Okay, that's useless junk. What's in here? Oh goody, we can't interact with that one. Fun. This is all useless. Oh no, biosuppressant. That's useful. That wrench is junk though. And remember me telling you about how the icons may look the same for different for same planetary traits? Well, there we go. This is one we've already done, I think. Oh no, I guess not. Crystalline briars, okay. We'll get in range and get the fast travel point or the location discovery points. Conductive rage. Ooh, sparkly. Alright, so is there any place... See, that's in range now, but... So I guess we could go check it out. It's probably going to be the same, though. So I'm not going to risk it. Let's go ahead and head back to ship, find another biome. Hehe, Mojo says, shocking! Let's head up north. Frozen hills. Oh, that's a bit far. Alright, back in the ship. We'll do a small jump. We're up here. I have one mariner kitty hissing at the other mariner kitty. Oh, come on. There's nothing here. I feel like we did this last time, Mojo. During rehearsal, we tried the frozen plains and got nothing. Am I remembering that correctly? Oh darn, just missed. I feel like that could be... No, that's gonna be the same thing we had earlier. What am I doing? We've already got all of our planetary traits discovered. Alright, so time to head to the next planet on the list. Do we hit the moons? I think we should check the moons really quick. Nope, hasn't been a long day at all. Too true, no joke. Hey, there's a planetary trait on this moon. Let's go find it. Ooh, more helium even. Sweet. There's one. That's close enough. Charge! Whee! Should get some high arc on these low gravity planets. Got caught. 2,500 out of 5,000 on the weightlifting. We're making progress. Be good to try and fast track the planetary habitation skill at the same time with the outpost skills. I forget what the challenge is for the planetary habitation. I feel like it's having a certain number of outposts. So that one's a toughie. Let me see if I can look up the planetary habitation skill really fast. See if I can one-handedly drive while I do this. Skills. For those who are curious about my source, I use Inara. That's spelled inara.cz/Starfield. And planetary skill, planetary habitation. The challenge is to have habitable outposts. So it's not something you can necessarily streamline or do at the same time. But you can't, so the challenge progression for outpost engineering is to build 5 outpost modules. You can spread the outpost modules across multiple outposts, and that would help, so that would work. Nothing necessarily involving me. Alright, so we did that moon. Is there only the one moon? Yes, okay, good. So we'll go to turn of 5 next. And hopefully that's the planet with the planetary trait we're looking for. And did I answer your question sufficiently? Uh-oh, we got combat. And that's the drawback. That's the one problem with doing exploration. Certain star systems are less friendly than others, or at least certain planets and random encounters can start to not go your way. Now, we're not engaged yet. We might be able to land. Cool. As long as we don't engage with the enemy, we should be... we're okay. We can... You can also roll back a save and try traveling to the planet again and change the outcome, because it is a random roll. Right, a random encounter. Okay, so this doesn't look like what we're looking for. But we'll run over there anyways to get our weightlifting. Hopefully we get our final planetary trait before the end of the stream. There's still some things I want to talk about tonight. And the thumbnail showed that we had actually started an outpost, so I want to get to that point if I can. Seems like it's a higher gravity. Yeah, it's higher gravity. That's why we're getting exhausted sooner. There we go. It's one. Oscillating crystals. I don't think this is going to be what we want. Yeah, this is geophysical, not geological. There we go. Back to landing area. Oh no, fog. Fog and rain. Icy rain. Ow, 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 ow. Pain. Pain, 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 pain. We're gonna take off and look at our other planets, because I think we're getting close. We gotta be getting close to getting the planetary trait we're looking for.
You're mine.
Whoops. Trying an expeditious retreat here. I hit one of the moons of Tier... Well, we'll hit Tier 6 to do a survey. That's an easy survey to complete. If you're watching on the YouTube, please make sure to hit the like. And if you like my work, hit the subscribe. Ring the old bell so you get notified when my next stream is. I've still have not been having time enough to make YouTube videos. Between stress from work and other responsibilities. We did another level, but we don't have anything to put it on just yet. So I'm just gonna sit on it. If we get another one, I might put it on the research methods. But for right now, we're gonna hold off. Why did I land? There are no planetary traits here. Dang it. I'm so used to there being planetary traits. I just realized something, Mojo. Is my Ko-fi link actually in the description? Because I don't remember putting it there for tonight's stream. Let's see, can I? There are no traits on that planet. No traits on that moon. No traits on that moon, so there's only this moon. I can drop it in the description post-stream. Okay, one planetary trait. Actually, let me try something here really quick. I can drop it into the chat. And I'll drop it into the description after we're done. Ooh, that looks like such a hike. Is there one closer? No, okay. Is there... What was the oops, Mojo? Here, let me try it one more time without the twitch at the end. There, that should work. Ooh, hello aluminum. We need some of you. This is called foreshadowing. Gold too, just because it's fun to get. Europium, yum yum yum. There's gotta be a way up. I think this will work. There we go. That doesn't look quite right, but we'll try it. Actually, that looks like crystals. Once we get into range, we'll be able to see if this is geology. Oh, and we should probably grab this aluminum. Hey, there we go. Sweet, we can leave. That's the most painful part of tonight's stream taken care of. Now we can have talk about some other things. If you're watching the YouTube now, you can hit the like and subscribe. You don't have to wait for the replay. Okay, so the next phase is to look at the different options we have for building an outpost. Or our first location for building an outpost. There's two places that if you don't want to spend a lot of time exploring, you can go to. The first one is, like I've said before, Alpha Centauri. Gagarin is a good spot for doing sorry, waiting for the takeoff. Gagarin in the Alpha Centauri system is a good first planet for getting organic resources, but inorganic resources require a little bit more work. Remember I was talking about these particular planets having the resources we need? Problem is they're barren, we can't use them. Some of these other moons might be good, but again, same problem, we can't use them. This particular 10 to 6B would be fine if it had iron, but it does not. These other planets, looking at the resources, or I should call them moons really. These remaining planets or moons do not have what we're looking for. There's iron there. There's copper there. Copper is a good bonus. It's required for some upper tier stuff and some specific buildings. But this system is not going to be good for building. But, oops, wrong button. Let's look at the star system we actually started on. Nerian. Because we had Crete and we had Vectera. If you look at Vectera, it's got aluminum. And Crete has iron and helium. So between these two places, there's good. There's a possibility of a good starbase outpost to be constructed. But the issue comes from the fact that it's not all on one planet. So there's going to be some hopping back and forth between Vectera and Crete, like trying to set up two outposts and linking them with a cargo link, which is not that easy to do at this low level. So the other possibility, and the one that I'm going to go for, and you'll see a lot of people mention this on the internet, like YouTube videos and whatnot, Bessel's got one of the best spots. We'll have to travel to Nerian first. Nerian's got one of the best spots. Oh, I'm out of field range. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Bessel star system is one of the best moons
Do you have a minute?
for building your very first outpost. I answered your next question. I didn't think you would have that in your question list because it was something that we were going to cover already, but oh well. Now maybe we can get over to Nerian and then over to Bessel. Let's back up a second. Let's see if we can just hit Bessel. Yep, looks like we can. Sweet. Alright, so now that we're in Bessel, oops, I didn't need to do that. Zoom that far out. Ah, having trouble. Okay, so Bessel 3b is the planet we want to hit, and I will show you why momentarily. So if we do a scan, you'll notice, let me get the planet out from being in the backdrop. Two of the things we want are right where we want them. Iron and aluminum. Between those two, we can build a lot of things. Throw nickel into the works, and if we can find a good copper vein on another planet, we can build a lot of stuff. That, however, will not be Bessel 3 by itself, although it has aluminum, but it's a barren planet. We won't be able to land there and make a system. Bessel 3A is also barren. It's got the helium-3 we need, but that's going to be a trial. Bessel 2 is also going to be a trial. So, the issue is going to come from the fact that we can't... So here's another little thing I should probably mention. If you've got a free skill point and you've got planetary habitation unlocked, which is going to be a little while, the first level of that will unlock barren planets. Or deep freeze planets, actually. Let me correct my statement there. The problem on the planet moons we had in Alpha Terna, where they were deep freeze. Same here, we've got a planet that's in deep freeze. The first rank of planetary habitation will open that up for us. However, in order to get there, we need to put more research into other things. So, I think what I might have should have done, but I don't regret doing it the way I did, was instead of putting a point into boosts, we should have put a point into research methods. We'll go ahead and do that now. And that'll give us one less point we need for this. And so we can work on outpost engineering. Maybe we'll be able to... Actually, we got scanning maxed out too. So that might be... We got a couple of different options. But we only need to build 5 outpost modules to get to the next level of outpost engineering. So let's go ahead and land. And here's the next trick. I don't know if... This is all over the interwebs. There is a specific spot you want to look for, and I'm bringing up the image on my other computer so I can help you guys, show you guys where it's at. There are other YouTube videos and places to look it up, but it is essentially here. Now, the best way to find this, so you're not just stabbing in the dark, is try and find the place where the mountain biome, the hills biome, and the rocky desert biome intersect. If you can find that by moving like one point across the map until you reach the mountains, so hills, rocky desert, up one, mountains. That should be it. So we should be able to land and find the spot we're looking for. And it's going to be near... I'm going to have to sleep and get us into daylight because I can't see nothing. I think it's over there. I think what we're looking for is over there. But I'm going to sleep and get us into daylight so I can be sure. So, it is currently 0004 local time, so we need to sleep for like 10 hours anyways to get us into daytime. Oops, wrong button. Accidentally left the chat. Alright, that should be enough daylight. I'm gonna hydrate again. Oh man. I was suddenly very dry. Okay. So yes, this looks like the correct mountain. And then what we're gonna do... It's amazing how punctuation would fix that. My logic, it should be barren unlocks at stage 1 of the planetary habitation scale, and then deep freeze. Yeah, problem is the thing, the deep freeze tend to be barren planets. Like, it's a barren planet, i.e. very little terrain, but it's also got no atmosphere, so it's a deep freeze. So one term for both. I wasn't necessarily wrong, just my verbiage was off. Alright, and then to show you what we're looking for here, when we're building our outposts, we can see on the top left rather, available resources at the location we're at. There's a spot down this way where we can actually have 5 different resources. That's where we're going to plant our first outpost. We are, however, going to be doing some mining. Whoops. While we make our way, because we will need some resources. We're going to need some cobalt, some aluminum, maybe some iron. I can't remember if we need nickel or not. We'll grab the platinum just because it's nice. I think we need some nickel, so we'll get that too. Excuse me. And we're not quite to the spot yet that I've been pointed to that gives us the 5 resources. We don't, while I'm doing the walking around here, I will mention that you want to try not to do an outpost where there's only one resource available. You want to, even if it's a planet that you want to build an outpost for whatever reason, don't just plop it down willy-nilly, because it's a little bit wasteful to only have an outpost supply one particular resource. Now, if you're talking about organic resources, that's negotiable, but it's still good to have at least like water and maybe iron or some other resource available. Okay, we're getting close to where I need to be. So, like I said, this particular mountain, and this appears in every attempt I've done so far. We've had this mountain right at the intersection like I showed you. Let me show you my planetary map really quick so you can see where I be. So I'm right about there. Absolutely would have just plopped down an outpost because the planet is very pretty or something. Yeah. So you want to try and be economical about it. Okay. So what we're looking for is we can visually see a difference between biomes. So see that one over there? It's different than that one over there because the crystals give way to these whatever type pool thingies. And then you got your mountain, obviously. So it's at the intersection where you get multiple intersection between biomes where you get your multiple spawns. And let's see, I wanted to go, I think there's a vent up here I need to get past first. Whoa, my burns are cured up, nice. Alright, I need to take a step back and look at this again, because I think I'm not off on my location, but I'm off on my positioning here, because there's a vent right beside one of these pool thingies. Go be in between the vent and the pool thingy. I don't think it's that vent. It might be that vent. Oh wait, nope. I think it's... Is it that one? No. I'm looking for something that looks like this next to one of these. That would make me mad to have what looks like sulfur pools and there'd be no sulfur, yeah. Okay, it might just be this after all. So there's a particular rock formation. I think it's that one. So let's check our outpost. Ooh, see? Right there. Iron, aluminum, nickel, cobalt, water. So I'm going to put this... I still feel like I'm a little off-center here. I think it might be a little disoriented. It's been a little bit since I did this. I feel like it's around here though. Like it might be... I might have to plant this. Okay, before I actually put this down, I'm gonna do a quick save. That way if I get it wrong, I can redo it. I feel like they changed something. This is a little different than I remember, even from the rehearsal. We can move the outpost thing marker after. But if we move it, then the area remains the same. We can just pull up stakes and try again, but I want to see if I can figure out where it was I was supposed to do this. Because the problem I ran into during the rehearsal was it was very hard to get at one or two of these elements. So I'm just gonna find a spot and put it down and see how well we do. And then I'm also going to rename the settlement. Base Mineral Outpost. Enter. Alright, now. Build. Oh wait, we want to... Sorry. we need to collect enough cobalt and nickel for wind turbines. It's 2 cobalt and 3 nickel for every wind turbine, and we need 2 per extractor we're gonna build. Doggone it. So I'm just gonna run around, collect some cobalt and nickel before we start building anything. Yeah, try and just have plenty. There's our nickel deposit. Okay. Just gonna try and have plenty so that we can build our extractors. Also go ahead and collect iron. Oh, there's some aluminum, we need that. There's our cobalt deposit. Should be able to do something with that. The problem I ran into last time was they were so close to the edge it was hard to actually put down an extractor. There's some platinum, some aluminum. Ow. I've been boinged. Ooh, we got neon here. If we need neon or platinum in a pinch, we could just mine in this region. There's some iron. Yay, more platinum. We can at least sell the platinum, if nothing else. Hot water, we can just walk up and harvest. There we go. I'm not seeing any more cobalt. That's a little disturbing. There's some cobalt, okay. Platinum, I think that might be cobalt over there, yep. Not seeing as much nickel as I was hoping for. There's some aluminum. There's some nickel, finally. Okay. Not seeing any more. After sleeping, we'll probably see some. Maybe. Let's see, on Twitch, Mojo says, I think that it would be fun if they did add the ability to have NPCs at your outpost that could give out random little quests to get resources or technology to make the outpost run better. or something like that. The NPCs would actually have to work at the outpost, but don't actually have to work at the outpost, but could at least simulate it. Yeah. Alright. Let's get to building here. Oh man, we're short on tungsten. We got just enough, it looks like, for these different extractors. That's good. Okay. So we'll start with the iron. There's that. It needs power. Ooh, looks like we might have gotten enough. We need two wind turbines for each extractor. And we're gonna go ahead and wire them up to the extractor. I'm still kind of unclear on whether this is necessary, but I just want to be sure. And I think that's actually backwards, so we'll turn it around. We can actually do multiples if we wanted to. That patch is large enough. Let's go ahead and build the next extractor. The aluminum extractor. There's the aluminum. These two are the most important. Everything else will build off of these to some extent. So we can put another couple of wind turbines down. Okay, next one. Cobalt extractor. There's the cobalt. Oops. See, let's face it so it looks like it's actually digging cobalt instead of digging concrete. Oh, come on. Wire. Wire. Wire, wire, pants on fire. Okay, last one. Go ahead and throw the nickel down. That's easy. That's right there. Sweet. And yeah, I think I'll turn it around so it looks like it's actually digging nickel. Is it better to have the extractor in the middle of the deposit, or is there even a mechanic for that? I don't think there's a mechanic for that. I think as long as I've got space and they're not too close together, I can put as many extractors on the patch as I want. And we're out of nickel. And that's our nickel deposit, of course. Okay. So I'm actually going to cheat. I'm going to delete this wire, move these guys over to our nickel deposits, wire them up. Oops. All right. So these guys can hold at least enough resources for us to get started on building our other stuff. One thing we can do too is we can see if we have enough resources. Whoops, hello. I wonder if that gives us the nickel we need to do our last. No, because we need 2 nickels, or 3 nickels per, and I was short at least 1. or at least 4. So let's go ahead and see if these extractors have given us enough so that we can actually build storage containers. Once we've got storage containers built, we can maybe sleep for a little bit, let them get the storage containers get filled up with minerals. Once those minerals fill up, we can get more things built. Where's our... There it is. Just continue mining while we explore. Huh, okay. Thought I saw a nickel deposit. Does weather have an effect on environmental power sources? Not that I've seen. Solar panel will actually a solar panel will provide power even if it's night. That's what I was trying to say, but failed. Okay, so let's build our first habitation module. Start with an airlock, and then we'll put it in this open field here. Press once to put it down, and then you can elevate it. Once you get it at the elevation you want, you can hit confirm. And then just to confirm that that was a habitable module, we'll go look at this. Yep. 5 different outpost modules. Now we can build something we can put a bed in. Let's do a 4. We could do 2 floors, or we could do a single floor. We can do hydroponics that gives us windows. We can do square hydroponic hab that gives us windows. Science hab, or whatever that weird shape is, or square. We could do round hab, round hydroponics hab. We can do hex, large hex. We can even do hallways. I'm gonna start with a 4-wall hab. And then before we get to using up too much of our resources here, because it looks like lead is going to be a thing that we're going to need to figure out, and sealant. So this will look a bit different than the thumbnail, but we got the point across with the thumbnail. So we have to go inside before we can build our furniture. And we'll do a industrial workbench, and I'll show you some things there just a second. We can do a research hub. Looks like we got enough materials for that, for the research lab, I mean. And then we have beds. We have 6 different kinds of beds. That one I actually like. It looks warm. This one looks very utilitarian. We can do a sleeping bag if we wanted. 3 different sleeping bags, in fact. Actually, that's just a futon. But let's do a nice cot. We'll put it over here. Okay. So when we're ready, we can take a nap. And then we will check our containers here. Oops. Or build our containers, rather. And actually, one other thing. I talked earlier about moving these particular guys after the outpost is started. Just grab it, move it where you want it. I'll put it over here next to the outpost. Or next to the habitation. Is there radiation? Some planets there will be radiation. Sometimes it's easy as just waiting for night, sometimes not so much. I just realized I've been talking loud this entire time. I hope my neighbors didn't mind. Build. Let's build our containers. Build. Storage. Okay, we need to build some adaptive frames before we can do that. Fortunately, we have some materials in the workbench. So we'll just go back into here. Hit this up. And then adaptive frames. How many can we make? 11? We'll make them all. And then, like I said, if you look at this, it doesn't actually tell you how much experience you get per. So I think the most that you get is like the reactive grade or the tau grade rheostat. But now that we've got adaptive frames, I don't know why I keep hitting that button. Build. Toggle view. I need aluminum in order to do that? Okay. See what I mean? It's a very complex situation. You need this to build that. You need that to build this other thing. So I think I put the aluminum over here. So we can sleep for an hour. This is going to be a little bit of a waste of time because, well, maybe not. Let's see how long it actually takes to get more of the aluminum we need. Build. So we've already got a second one made. And as we do research, we can build bigger containers. So I'm going to hydrate again. My mouth is really bad this evening. Whew, cold. Might be worth actually either exploring, finding more aluminum, or just sleeping for an hour, let the resource collectors collect as much of the resources they can. Yeah, let's just do that. They can't hold a lot of material, which is why I'm trying to build the containers in the first place. But you'll notice that was like 56 or 58 hours. See, there we go. Okay, so they actually can hold a decent amount. I'm surprised. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then to connect it, you can create output link from the extractor. Put on that. Okay. Now, where's our other solid? That one's our nickel. And then actually, let's see if we can build our power. Hey, hey, we can. Yay, alright. One there. The other one, oof. Gonna daisy chain this one. Build our container. It just leaves the aluminum. We need more adaptive frames for that, but we have a solution. We have the technology. Adaptive frames. We can build 99, so let's build. And we'll still have enough iron and aluminum left over, so let's go ahead. That's the weird thing. There's still a little bit of a bug where sometimes you can't build as many, like you can't get the quantity counter to be all the way up. Okay. I wonder if I can... I've not tried this yet. Oh good. You don't have to leave the room in order to continue building. Where's our aluminum? There it is. Alright, that gets all of our building, all of our extractors extracting. So let's take another nap, let it all fill up. I don't know if there's a length restriction on the wiring, Mojo. I've not experimented yet. Maybe that'll be an experiment for next time. But let me demonstrate. We have a full crate here now. And I really like this, the way they did this. So if I were to take all this, Oops. Come on. Transfer. Take all. Can't go any deeper. There we go. Then if I put it all back. I can't go any higher. Honestly though, it looked like they had more iron. Yeah, these actually can hold more iron than the crates can. But we need the crates because because we can build cargo links. So what I think I might end up doing is making a cargo link here, sending it over. Darn it. I'm gonna turn down my headphones. I think I'm talking louder than I ought. I'm talking over the game. So we've got helium-3 and aluminum on vessel. We've got there and we've got there. But all of these are barren planets. So we have to level up. We have to be able to get I just lost what I was trying to say. We need to get planetary habitation so we can do interplanetary or inter-system cargo links. So We're almost on level 13. We do need to maximize our outpost plant. We don't have the skills to do it, but we can do a couple things to try and figure that out. I don't know why I keep hitting the wrong button. That button and that button. No. That button. Build mode. We're going to toggle build. We're just going to add some more habs. Put one there. Put one there. Or not. It's intersecting. Oh, we're out of lead. That's why. Okay. We're going to have to go find some lead, boys and girls. I don't think this planet has any. Nope, there's no lead on this planet. Okay. There's no lead on that planet. No lead there. No lead there. Okay. We're gonna need to find a place with lead. I think Narian had either Crete or Vectera had lead. So, under normal circumstances, I would say let's go. But I'm actually at the end of my notes for what I wanted to accomplish this stream, and we're almost to the end of our time limit anyways, so I'm just gonna say thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out with the chat. If you're on YouTube and you're playing this back, please hit the like and subscribe, hit the notification button to know when the next stream is. I will not be around again until Sunday night for more Mass Effect 2. So until then, enjoy Starfield, enjoy the science, fair winds, and fun gaming, y'all. Bye-bye.